So I want to do a quick update on the stuff that I got from my friend. I was going to just tarantula sit, but I think I'm just going to tarantula adopt, is what it sounds like. These are all tarantulas that were in my collection anyway, but going through them, I'll bring them out one by one and show everybody, because I need to redo some stuff for them. This is a mature male Tamalpais armenia. Now, she didn't know that he was mature. She knew that he changed coloration, but she wasn't really sure. So he was in this, okay, a very tall enclosure, nice place for him to hide. I contacted my friend John, who I've been doing some deals with. He can use him. So what I did is I took him out of the big container and put him into just a regular 32-ounce deli cup. Now, this is not an ideal situation for him if he was going to be in here long term, seeing that he's only going to be in here for maybe a week. I thought that it would be a little bit more suitable for him and for me when I need to pack him. This way he will conserve energy. He won't have this big huge enclosure to be roaming around. He's actually a little small for a mature male. My other mature male was, well, much bigger than this one, lengthwise, probably another inch and a half. I'm going to say, I mean, my tape measures here, but I'm going to say maybe 3.5, 4 tops, which maybe 4. Yeah, I'd say maybe 4 tops. So he's going to go out next week, and we're just going to do a breeding project with him. Not getting anything back unless the mating is successful. But he's not happy. You can see he's not happy at all. You can see the tibial hook, if we can get it to focus on him. It's right there. Barely noticeable, but it's there. And he's not quite sure 100% if he's sperm webbed or not, but you can see, maybe you can't. It's a little tough to see. His emboli. There. Yeah, you can see it barely at the tip of his pedipalp there. So yeah, that's him. Like I said, I'd rather him sit there than be wandering around trying to find a female in this enclosure. He'll conserve energy. There's a water dish in there, but I tipped it over when I tried to put him in because he was pretty quick. Coming out of this enclosure into the catch cup, I think he made about 10 trips up and down this and in here before he actually settled at the very top. And then I just kind of slid the lid in between them, put this enclosure together, and slid the lids in between the two, took it off, put them together, tipped it on its side, finally got this catch cup to the top part, really, when they were on their sides, and then got him in there. And he went in there, and that's where he's going to stay. So even though he's a mature male, he's still a good-looking dude. So that's him. Here is one of the, well, this is the Tarantulus marinus that was also with them. Again, this one here, and I don't know if she's out. Let's see if she's out. That one there were sac mates. So, big difference in size. We're going to set this one up semi-arboreal. I'm just not quite sure what I'm going to put it in yet. So there's the OBT, and there is, if we can see here, there is a little tiny Hapalopus species Columbia large, which is the sac mate of, where are we? of that one. Now, see the size difference? 2 times the size. She said she struggled getting this one to eat a little bit, so he did eat for me yesterday or day before a little small cricket, so we're going to try and feed him up a little bit. Okay, so that's 3. Let me get the other things. Okay, in this little cup is a baby Monocentropas balfouri, which is the sack mate of my one up in one of the, he's in one of these containers. Probably, I'm not sure where. That one, not that one. Maybe, no, those the Insay, and he's in one of these ones, one of these Systemas. Again, about twice the size. Maybe not twice, maybe 1.5 times the size. But so that's the balfouri. Let's move on. Yep. There's 7. Gave 7 some water. Fed him a cricket earlier. He took. Now he is washing up. Sucked up some water. There's the mature male GBB. So let me get the other 3 spiders that are left. Okay, so this is like a storage, you could call it, I guess, a cereal bin, but not quite. I like the enclosure. I liked it when I set it up. I don't like it anymore because if you see, the whole entire inside is basically that cork bark. So there's no real ability to work, and you can see the boluses and stuff inside there. So this one is going to have to come out. Now, let me take a peek. Okay. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see what's in here or not. Hopefully doesn't want to come out, but down in there somewhere in there. Oh wait. Yeah. Let's do this carefully. I'm going to turn this around. Bear with me with the crappy camera work, by the way. There. This is the one I'm actually excited to have back the most. This is Poecilotheria rufilata. So I'm happy I got another Poke and one that I had before, and she's going to be rehoused into one of those, I think. Okay, so 2 more. Okay, you're not going to be able to see this one very well, but Heteroscodra maculata. There was a molt in there. I pulled it. It is male, so we're not going to get those pretty white and creams and blacks on this one. But this one's okay in here for another molt, I think. It may even be okay because it's a male. It probably will be fine in this. It's webbed the living crap out of this. Whole entire thing is just web except for this side. So he looks to be in pretty good shape. I did feed him. He did eat. So I'll get some pictures of him if I can. And then the last one, turn that off, is this is an Adoptees rufa. She put him in the pretzel jar, which is okay, but it's not very big. So again, I'm going to get this one out of there and into one of those snap tights. That'll, they'll create more room there, so we'll have 3 new snap tights down there for the rufilata, the rufa, and the Who am I missing? Who am I missing? I forget already. I can't remember who I was moving. Anyway, Immaculata staying. Rufa. Can't remember. I probably just talked about it, now I can't remember. Anyway, so those are the 8, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm missing somebody. Don't know who I'm missing now, but I'm missing somebody. Those are the ones that are going to be, they're going to be here for however long. But yeah, I think what I want to do with her is either put her into one of these or into one of those, where I can fill it up with substrate and add some stuff for her to climb on and then see. I don't like these milk, the milk bone containers are good, but they're hard to take pictures because of the ribs. So I don't know, we'll see what I decide. And I decided that my Subfusca in the back here is going to also move into one of these snap tight containers, because I want her in something clear her, and until I can have room to get a nice glass enclosure for her, that's my next best alternative. It'll also alleviate some space back there, and so I have 2 new ones right down there to work with. I think she's going to be the first one that I move, and then probably this one. This wasn't the female right here. She's a female. So those will be the first 2 that go into the snap tight containers. I'm going to solder the holes in them and then smooth them out later tonight, and then get the Subfusca's interior decorations done and possibly move her later tonight. So again, just wanted to do that quick update. I have this enclosure available to somebody. I'm not quite sure who. I want to move, I'd like to move her, but I'm afraid that she's gravid, so I'm going to wait. But I do want to move her, the Dolichothelli diamentinensis. In the back there is the Brachypelma vagans, which is going to go into the spare one of these, and a Brachypelma albopilosum that needs to move into something a bit bigger as well. Maybe I'll put the vagans in this one because it doesn't dig, and put the albopilosum into this one because it does. We'll see. I considered putting the albopilosum into one of these with a deep substrate like I got here for the Simoni, and see what it does. I don't know. We'll kind of figure that all out. My next video will probably be the beginning of the intro. I'm going to go genus by genus, so I'll introduce each genus of spider and what I have, and then there'll be a, on the end where I have a bunch of just like one of, like the Chaetopelma olivaceum and the Encercatella olivacea, those will all get grouped in together. So I thought about maybe doing all South American ones, and then all, pokies in one, all baboons in another, all brackies in another. We'll see how things go. But everybody else seems to be doing okay for now. But I would consider moving this Balfouri in with its sibling, which is again in one of these. I think it's in this one container right here. Maybe possibly moving them back together again, and maybe putting them in this right here. That may be what I do. So look forward to some different things coming up. I don't have anything coming in until I get the stuff from Vlad. Hopefully that's going to be soon. This one I'm going to try and feed some flightless fruit flies. That's the baby Heteroscodra maculata that I got in, and I'd like to rehouse her, hoping her. That's Wolpeus cambridgei, the biggest of all these salmos and the one Tigrannocelli right here. So that's where we're at. Scorpions are doing good. She's doing wonderful. The elegans, the Theraphosina species Panama molted again. 21 days. One feeding, molted, and then fed and molted 21 days after last molt. I've never seen that in any of my spiders before. I've had a couple go a little over 30 days, but never ever that quick. I don't know if you can see it. Let's take a look. See if it's out. I don't see it. It's hiding. Oh, there it is. There. You can see it right. You can see its butt right there. Maybe you can't. It's not going to focus for us. Right there. Right there. Seems to be in perfectly good health. Why it molted so early, I don't know. Didn't lose any limbs last time. Seemed to be okay. You can see legs from Orphanaicus species Panay also. So no one needs really feeding. I am going to try and figure out a way to, that's going to be my problem, is trying to get something in there for him to eat, because he doesn't have far to bolt with. He'll be out of there in a heartbeat. So she's going to need a rehouse too. Next molt. This is the Lasiodora parahybana. She will go into something like that. So that's where we're at right now. But I do want to get some things moved around, free up some space. I do like those enclosures back there, but I think they're going to be more suited for, a terrestrial fossorial, like a Ceratogyris darlingi or the Hysterocrates gigas, something like that, or even the P. marinus, can go in there. But I do want to get my Subfusca into one of these, so I can see it more. The colors are just absolutely amazing, and you guys have really yet to see how pretty she is. So pre-molt right there. He is going to molt, I would say, within the next week and a half. I've learned him pretty well, his habits, and when he gets threat postury with prey, I know he's in pre-molt. So, it's funny how you do learn them. And people say that you really can't pick up their habits, which I believe you can pick up certain habits to help you, keep each different spider differently. Also, the Orphanaicus species, I always say this, the Orphanaicus philippinus back there. I think it's in the middle one there. The Muticus is in the bottom one. I have those real long, clear plastic acrylic, goodness, like those containers there, but wider and longer. I think I'm going to set that up for a nice Asian type setup with some moss and some, plants and some stuff for that one, and get it out and get it in the open. And that should be its home for quite a long time. And then I will put that container on here and then stack stuff on top of it, and keep the holes to a minimum to keep in the humidity. I think I'm leaning towards that. I kick things around a lot, but waiting for my E. marinus to molt so I can move it into either that or one of these, because I do have another one of these. I might just go ahead and move the E. marinus into one of these, because then it'll be in there for 3-4 molts before I need to move it out. And I am putting the Lasiodora D's polycuspalitis into one of these, though. So yeah, things are progressing here, and let me know what you guys think. The OBT is doing some nice things inside here. She's not really webbed up a lot, but she has dug down underneath all that stuff. She has a nice little hollow. She ate, the Harpactira pulchripes ate the other day also. Both had nice size dubia roaches. So did the Panthobetes pladioma ate. I have to get these girls down today and water. Today's watering day for them. I watered those ones yesterday. So these guys here and these guys here will all do waterings today. And then this is tomorrow. These two shelves and the bottom shelf the next day, and then everything here will be the following day. So these guys will all get sprayed. Are the ones that don't have dishes. Now you can see this little guy here. I have to figure out a way to, I may have to just get him out of the enclosure and get that cricket out of there, because it's the only one that is petrified of it and won't come off the top of the enclosure. So I got to do something for it. Get that cricket out of there. Apparently doesn't want to eat it. So, yep, there we go. There's the A-Gen, little baby A-Gen. Okay, well, everybody have a good day, and I will keep everybody updated. Oh, forgot to let everybody know. If you can see back there, let's bring them down real quick. I mean, I can't not show you. That would just be wrong. This is Norman. Grandma stole a pulchra. He molted last week, late last week, and he ran into his little log, as he always does. Let's see if you guys can get the other light so you can see. Maybe, I don't know how well you can see. Let me zoom in. There he is. And it's not the best view, but he comes out and stretches, and then when I move his container, he runs back in and high. Didn't gain much size, which is good. I expect to have him for another good 7 years. At least that's my goal. Get these males to about 8-10 years. Trying to do this without getting the flashlight. I'm not getting a very good look. Let's do this. How about this? Can we get it in there? Not really, can we? Nope. The width of the container. There he is. So we'll do some updates with him. We'll probably feed him next week. So have a great day. I remembered who the 8th one was. I forgot that I already rehoused this one into this 32-ounce deli cup. This is a Brachypelma vagans. So when I get the 5 from Bladum and have 7 of these, yay. I do like them, but I don't like them 7. I don't like 7 of them. So yeah. Again, this is one that I had as, I got this one as a very, very, very small sling. So it looks like it molted for her a few times. Probably at least twice, maybe 3 times. It's not real big, just a little over maybe 1.25 inches. I moved that one out of the Matchbox case and put it into this 30 or 16-ounce deli cup. So that was the one that I was missing. So I'll add this on at the end of the video, and we'll probably feed this one in a few days. Alrighty, well, thanks for watching. Again, let me know how I did. It looks like he's going to crawl out. He did the other day. So have a great day, have a great week, and we'll see everyone soon.